So I've covered over the first one. Now, as you know, this was a little bit firmer, so they're not going in as easy as perhaps they might do. I've got my massive stabbing tool thing. So I'm just going in and just pushing it in. Now, I can do that just as easily with my 3-prong, and if you've got a 4-prong, you can do it with that. Squidge it up, bully it into where you want it to be. Don't worry if there's ridges, really doesn't matter. We can fill those in a bit anyway. They're just not going to be there because this is only our foundations. But I do want it to sort of come up and under a bit. Now, fill that up at the back. This one hasn't got the back filled, it's got the rice bag in it. I'm quite liking this, it's working out quite nicely. That's a bit looser. Again, doesn't really matter, it'll all come good eventually. I'm going to stab it down a little bit just there, and then I'm going to turn it over. So that's where I've got to with this. There we are. Now, how I did it with that one is what I did. I got some batting. Now, if you've got batting, great, happy days. Over you go, like that. And then you just stab it down and straight down. So because we're locking in and we're not sculpting it, we go straight down. So we will start at one edge, tack down well, so that as you progress, you are locking it in and you are creating a shape. If you randomly do this kind of business, it has no control. Think of yourself as a sculptor, which is what you are. And if you were a wood sculptor and you've got the chisel and you randomly stab like that, it's going to look like hell. So this is your chisel. This is partly why I like these. And we just go and we start and we work systematically. If you work systematically, and you get it all to a certain level, and then you move on and you get it all to a certain level, etc., etc., then you will have an even piece of work. Now, I'm just going to cover these over. Look, I'll start with the batting so you can see that kind of a scenario. I hope you're not in any rush. It is a slow sport. Straight down. Just realised I said you go straight down. You're not pushing, you're not sculpting, and then completely went into like going at a side angle, an oblique angle, but it's not. We're not dragging it so much. Oh, right. I've got arm ache. So arm ache. One of the things you can do. I do the yoga cow horn thing, where you put your elbow up and you draw circles in the sky. Obviously only do this if your doctor tells you that it's fine to do so. And that helps. Also stretch it out forwards and backwards. But the biggest thing that you can do really is stand up and work. Don't sit down. And work at elbow height, so you're not hunching up your shoulder. And certainly don't work on a chair that has arms near you. Can you see I'm going straight in now because I'm going into that side? You see it's a bit wobbly. Doesn't matter. It's another doesn't matter. Right, so I'm now going to show you, I've done it with batting. Obviously we'd make that a little bit tighter. Now if we're going to do this with roving, not roving, I keep saying roving, slivers. I don't know why I say roving, because I don't never use roving for work felting or for making pelts, of course, which is an entirely different thing altogether. Right, so again, going crossways, going cross because they are in that direction. We want them to come together in that direction. So if we make the slivers go in that direction, we're not really helping ourselves. So this will help it pull together. Okay, I'm just going to go forwards and backwards, and I am going straight down now. Like a little sewing machine. And now it's sort of attached because I want it to pull. I have turned my needles. And I don't know if you can notice on here as well that I'm not just using my regular 38 stars, I'm actually using twisted. And twisted are really good for locking your fibres down really quickly, but they can be quite aggressive. So if you're still learning, have a go with them, see what you think. But cut yourself some slack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stroke that out, and again, because this is tight, can you see it's pulling that side up? So it's just locking these fibres down. I'm going to curl, stab them to the, to the mat. I'm going to curl these over, and again, that will help bring it in. So it'll tension it against itself, look. There we go. Curl that in. Now, I want you to cover all of that over until it looks like that. So we could sit and do it together, or you could just get on and I'll meet you at the other side. So I'm leaving a little bit over there, look. Pulling it off. A little bit over, pull it off. It's quite weak down this end. But again, I'm going to build some more shapes up. Only just giving you, or giving us a base, so that's all that matters, is we have a base. There you go. We've done it. Took us all of 10 minutes, eh? Not bad. So, as always, when you get to the end of a stage, you go over. That's really weak, look. Don't tell anybody. Just go over and do what I've just done then and gone, oh my goodness me. The thing is about stuff like that, look, that's going to be, I'm going to just stab that in. And he's going to be quite pointy faced, I think. That's just going to help me decide the shape. I mean, I will have to add a lot more to it. But you know, it's all grist to the mill. Right, that's it. See you when you've made it all nice and flat and connected. And then we'll start building up his brows. Okay, and his nose. And we'll mark it out. I'll show you how to mark it out. Okay, see you in a minute.